Hey everybody, it's Randall back with another video. So I want to start this off by saying, in the interest of full disclosure, I usually have notes in front of me. There's certain points I want to make in a video and I don't want to forget them. I keep these notes in front of me so I don't go off on tangents. You see a simple 6-minute video or more, and you think I just point, click, and shoot. Well, typically times I'll shoot a video, I'll look at it and be like, I didn't make the point I want to make. I got on too many tangents, which is why I have notes in front of me. The past few days in this country have basically been out of a horror story. In the midst of a pandemic which has claimed over 100,000 lives, we have a man named George Floyd who I'm trying to choose my words here because the emotional part of me wants to say he was executed by the Minnesota Police Department. Over what? An alleged misdemeanor. I hadn't intended to make a video tonight just because I want to sort of decompress from all the news I've absorbed over the past 48 hours. I needed a break. My radio show is on hiatus right now because normally on a Friday night, which is when I'm recording this, I would be at the studio doing my radio show. But I was sitting at the computer and I was struck by a thought. Two thoughts, actually. You think back to when you were a young child and you're told the policeman is your friend. He'll always protect you. He's a good guy or a good woman. Maybe you had an officer visit your school. We did when I went to school. I went to school back in the 80s. The image that's portrayed there, that was portrayed on TV shows as far back as the 50s, is that the police officer is your friend. If you're in trouble, go to the police officer. They'll help you. They're all good people. And then you grow up and reality throws cold water on that. You learn there are some bad cops out there. And then for some reason I thought of one of these scenes at the beginning of the movie Boys in the Hood, where Trey's a little kid, some guy breaks into his father's house. Trey's dad, Furious, which is his name is Furious if you haven't seen the movie, shoots at the guy escapes. So they're waiting after Furious calls the cops, and two cops arrive. One's African American, one's white. And they don't seem too interested in taking a report about the near robbery. And then when Furious says he shot at the guy but didn't hit him, the African American officer says, that's too bad, there would be one less N in the streets. And then he goes to shake Trey's hand. And before Trey can react, Furious sends him back in the house. Cop asks him, is there a problem here? And Furious looks at him and says, oh yeah, we've got a problem. You just don't see it. Don't ask me to explain why that scene popped in my head. To be totally blunt, I'm not even sure. We're told as kids, and we tell our kids, policeman's there to help you. Cop didn't help George Floyd. Because of a cop using a technique that, since Eric Gardner we know is now illegal, the the knee to the neck. Man is screaming, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." You've got yourself and 4 officers around you. You remove your knee, where's he going? Not a damn place. The knee did not have to stay on George Floyd's neck at all. It should never have been there in the first place, and it didn't need to stay there till it asphyxiated the man. As far as my point of view on the looting is concerned, the looting was set in motion back when this country was still under the rule of Great Britain. For those of you who don't understand why the looting is going on, I highly suggest that you research the Birmingham bus rides, the Freedom Riders. That'd be a great thing for you to research. And then you'll know why the protests are happening, why they've burned down buildings, and, and by the way, why is it a group of African Americans burn buildings and protest? It's news. White people do it when their sports team wins or loses, and it's just, oh, ha, 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 look at them. Once again, that's neither here nor there. Compounding issues, Donald Trump, who is already in a fit of rage because Twitter has decided to fact check his propaganda that he puts out there, which caused Trump to actually attack Twitter and social media platforms in general, and basically threaten to usurp the First Amendment. Excuse me, losing my voice. He then puts out a tweet. You start looting, we start shooting. Tweet gets reported. Then the White House official Twitter feed puts out the same exact message. You start looting, we start shooting. That is not the way to do this. We learned this through Katrina. When Bush said zero tolerance on looting. And once again, all apologies if I seem to be all over the place on this video here. Like I said, I usually keep notes, which keep me on track. Tonight didn't seem the time nor place for notes. It needed to be the place for raw emotion. But raw emotion tempered with intellect to sort of keep the raw emotion in check. We have learned, once again, a valuable lesson which we'll probably blissfully forget. Rinse and repeat. We tell our kids cops will protect us. But then when we grow up, we know that's not always true. We acknowledge that there is historically issues between police officers and the African American community. Once again, Google the Freedom Riders and you will have a better grasp of why they are doing what they are doing in Minnesota and other places. I don't know what the solution is. I wish I knew what the solution was. I'd give the solution away for free. Because look, we need to change course. Sadly, we don't have leadership in the White House that can guide us. We need to do it ourselves. We need to figure out a way. All communities need to figure out a way to come together, and make change. weed out the bad apples in the various police departments. Get these hotheads out of there. We all share this spinning globe. We come from the earth, we die, we come from the earth, we go back to the earth. It's an old Southern saying that I heard years ago. Fact of the matter is, we're all in this together. We all share the spinning globe. We all reside upon it. And we have continually let down the African American community. We need change. We need to stop this. We need to do it. It's not something we can table for another time. We've already put it off long enough. Tired of seeing the crying family members. I am tired of seeing the communities torn apart. Tired of seeing history repeat itself over and over and over. We need to break this vicious cycle. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. I wish I did. I know it's not an upbeat end for this video. Like I said, I am totally at a loss. We need to band together. And we need to create that, maybe not utopia, but we need to do something. So that no more lives are lost. Have a good day and a better tomorrow.